The Treatment Innovation and Dissemination Lab here at the University of Michigan School of Social Work, or what we call TITLE, is a multidisciplinary group of faculty members and students from many different backgrounds who come together under a few purposes. I would say that our lab is organized around one core ethic, that it's unacceptable that some people don't have access to the mental health care needs, to their mental health care needs. They don't have access to providers. They don't have one near their home. They don't have financial access to them. Or they just don't see themselves as a person who would like to use a mental health provider. So TITLE is really about trying to close this mental health care utilization gap. We're very focused on evidence-based approaches and contributing to a research understanding about which kinds of approaches work best for what kinds of problems. We're particularly interested in TITLE in serving the needs of the underserved, particularly in urban areas and in rural areas. And many of our solutions that try to draw together people who have mental health trouble with the treatment that they need, many of those solutions include technology-based solutions. So often we'd use a combination of local providers, perhaps some of those providers won't even be mental health providers, along with technology to help bring evidence-based interventions for people who are experiencing anxiety, depression, or a range of other mental health trouble. But a second important part of our lab focuses on trying to enhance functional improvement. So for many people with mental health trouble, when they receive services, the services are quite helpful for the symptoms of the mental health problem. So I feel less anxious, or maybe I don't feel as depressed. But often functional domains like work or social relationships, friendships, couples relationships continue to suffer. So in addition to closing this healthcare access and utilization gap, we're also very interested in trying to help people with mental health trouble not only improve in their symptoms, but also to try to improve in their functioning. We're particularly devoted to helping people with mental health trouble return to work and to maintain their work over time. One of the main goals of our lab when we design a new intervention is we often place these interventions in non-traditional settings. So we look for places where people with mental health trouble may naturalistically receive services. So at a primary care office, or at an unemployment service center, or at a church. And then we try to look who is there, what professionals are already there working, and can we adapt our interventions to fit the practice patterns that they have. So if they meet people just for a few minutes at a time, how could we enhance those few minutes? If they provide classes to people as part of their usual service, how could we enhance those classes? So many of our projects involve non-traditional settings, not necessarily mental health providers, but instead we use technology in other ways to help people who are working at a vocational service center, working at a church, working at a healthcare office. We try to provide them with the supports that they need to help bring treatment to those who might need it.